Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Jaguar first down.
Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on second down. Jackson got a man open. It's Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd down and goal. Jackson got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's home.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Blue down, blue down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Hey, echo. Check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This time, Jackson will throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that
early. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run on first down. Curry. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. Throwing now. Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now it's Jackson going deep downfield for Raw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson steps away. And he's going to keep it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, What changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds Corey Davis. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now back to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
70, Indy. Here we go.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Watch the curl, watch the curls.
2.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll look to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready, 50, Mike, 50. It's a party now. You okay? Spell. Take off.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
We play to win. Let's go.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you can.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
On the ready. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Alpha.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Hey.
You rugby dream.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Got some room at the 30.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Set back to the flag. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. He's up to the foot. Wait. Echo.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Completes it to Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nice little juke. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Curry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Check 50, turn up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They run it with Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
On the set.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch run. Watch run.
Shoot.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, pick your game up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
You better be afraid of me.
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Ready. Took the outlaw. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Curry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Bengals drive
70,
about to get
easy.
going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man open. It's Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They go play action with Jackson. That escapes the sack. Shreds the tackle. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 2nd and a long way to go. Jackson being chased out left. He'll run it. Fighting room. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, if I was in a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of... It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
90 volts.
I'm here all day.
Big dribble.
He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not getting...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now he'll pull it down. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jags, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7, and they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.